What's up, amazing students, amazing people, and all the lovers of chemistry out there? On today's episode of Question for the Day, we have a question that says, what is the molar mass of calcium chloride, CaCl₂, and how do you calculate it? So before we proceed, let me start by saying the molar mass is simply defined as the sum of all the individual masses of elements in a compound. Okay? So when they say molar mass, they're simply asking you to add up the individual masses of all the elements contained in a compound. And molar mass is also called molecular mass. That's another name we call it in chemistry. So what they're simply asking us to do is to add all the individual elements, their masses in this compound, and then get the total. So let's do that very quickly. So we have the molecular formula CaCl₂. So for the first element, which is Ca, we have its mass to be 40.0 grams per mole. And then we see from this formula CaCl₂ that it appears only once. And we have this other element Cl. Cl has the molecular, the relative atomic mass of 35.5 grams per mole. And how many times does it appear? It appears 2 times. So that tells us that the total mass or the molecular mass of CaCl₂ will now be equal to the mass of calcium, which is 40, plus the mass of chlorine, which is 35.5. Now, since chlorine appears 2 times, we simply multiply it by 2. So doing that now gives us 40 plus 35.5 multiplied by 2 will give us 71. So we have 71. So all together we add this 71 plus 40. So we have 1. So all together we have 111 grams per mole. So the molecular mass or the molar mass of calcium chloride is 111 grams per mole. That is how you calculate molecular mass. You simply add up the individual masses of all the elements that is contained in the compound, and then you get their total. I hope this was able to educate you in a profitable way. For more questions for the day, do well to like this channel, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Till next time when I come your way.